everybody, my name is Sydney Tyndall. I'm an advocate for the American Foundation for Suicide Awareness. And throughout this video, you will get to see some of your favorite cheerleaders from Navarro College Cheer as they answer a few of my questions about mental health and why it matters to them and how important it is. So I'm going to go ahead and get started and answer some of the questions for myself. The first question: with being a student and athlete, how do you handle your mental health? Personally, I handle my mental health by taking my own personal time. I find people on the team or throughout classes that I can interact with that I feel safe talking to. I try to create a healthy environment around myself. That way I can stay in a positive mood and keep my health and mental health up. Second question: what do you do to maintain a healthy mindset? When it comes to maintaining a healthy mindset, it's super important to me and to anybody else who is dealing with mental health. A big thing that I do is I listen to music. When I'm in the shower, I'll read a book, go on a run, just take some personal time to myself, maybe write something down, watch a movie, make TikToks. I know, just do something that I enjoy doing. And for you, I'd say do something you enjoy doing. If you could tell one person struggling with anxiety and depression, what would it be? Honestly, I'd say talk to somebody, reach out to somebody, because bottling it in, it's gonna make it worse. But I know, I really do, that it's hard to open up to people. It's hard to tell people how you feel. There's that scared feeling of being judged and looked at differently. So personally, find someone that you absolutely feel like you can reach out to, that you feel comfortable speaking out about. Get a journal, write things down, but it does get better, I promise. You have to, climb that mountain before you get to the top. And once you get to the top, it's pretty amazing. Next question: what is a quote that you live by? I honestly didn't think about this one, but there is a few that I live by. Mine would probably be, live every day as if it's your last. Because if you don't make the best of your life while you're here, you're gonna regret a lot. You do matter in this world. You were put on this earth for a reason. So make it count. Do something exciting. Do something that thrills you. Just makes you so happy that you just say, wow, I'm so thankful to be here. Find things that you enjoy doing. And that's what I continue to do. All right, last. In your opinion, how do you feel about schools handling mental health when it comes to their students? I will say that it's good for schools to have counselors and places that you can go and talk to, but I do feel they lack a lot of knowledge and information when it comes to mental health and anxiety, depression, even suicide. There's a lot of facts out there that they don't know as well, or there are counselors who haven't been through that, don't know what it's like. I've personally been through it, and it's why I'm studying mental health psychology, to be a psychologist, so I can be someone who goes out and speaks to these kids, these young adults, these older generations, about how important it is and how I like to understand that feeling so that they can connect with me on a personal level. And it's hard talking to somebody that doesn't understand what you're going through. So I feel like the schools should just maybe have some meetings about mental health and anxiety and depression and suicide awareness, so that they can get to know more about it, the tips, the prevention science, the knowledge, the statistics, all that is important. I'm not saying that they're doing bad. I'm just saying I feel like they should be more knowledgeable about what's going on in the world today, not just the past, not studying books. Really look out and see what's happening in our world today. See what's happening with society and the students, the kids, the teachers, faculty, everyone around you. Until you absolutely know what it's like or how it feels, or you know the knowledge and the science, it's gonna be hard for those kids, patients, whoever it is that you're speaking to reach out to you, because they want to feel understood. They want to feel connected. That's what I have to say. Last statement. My last statement is, you absolutely matter. You are irreplaceable, and I promise you that. I've lost a few people in my life, very, very, very close to me, from suicide, because their mental health was not as strong as it could have been. But at a young age, I didn't know all the knowledge, the mental health. I didn't know anything about that. So my last statement would be, just remember you matter and that you're irreplaceable. And go out, get some knowledge on what's happening around us. Study it, look at it. Tell someone you love them. Tell someone that you're happy for them to be here. If you see someone struggling by themselves, reach out, let them know that you're there. That's what I have to say. I'm Sydney Tyndall, and I hope you enjoy the video. Thanks.
Hi you guys, I'm Jaquez Williams. I'm from Navarro Cheer, and this is my first year with Navarro.
With being a student athlete, how do you handle mental health?
So being a student athlete, I have a mental health very strategically. I do have a lot of schoolwork, you guys, and honestly a lot of practice. So what helps me cope with that, I try to just give myself me time, in the morning. So right before class and stuff, I really just focus on my breathing and just like my mental thoughts, and just honestly positivity. Like I keep myself positive. That's how I get, schoolwork done and practice, of course.
Good. Okay, second question. What do you do to maintain a healthy mindset?
To maintain a healthy mindset, to me, like I said in the first interview question, positivity. Like, you gotta stay positive, honestly. It's like, if you're having a bad day, go talk to someone about it. Like, it makes me feel so much better when I have so much built up tension and all that stuff. And whenever I talk to one of my close teammates or friends and we just talk about it and chat about it, it just helps me feel a lot better because, I released all that tension by talking about it.
Very good to release tension. All right, third question. If you could tell one person struggling with anxiety and depression, what would it be?
Actually, I have several things I can tell you. One thing, if you are struggling with anxiety and depression, once again, talk about it. Let someone know. And then the second thing, find something that makes you happy, whether it's drawing, painting a picture, or doing cheer stunts, or tumbling, do that stuff and relieve that stress, and if you still feel like you have tension, anxiety, or depression going on, it's best to see someone with a license or degree, I feel like a lot of people lack going to a therapist and stuff like that, and the important thing is, I feel like everyone should see a therapist, not just for anxiety or depression. Like I said, just talk. Find someone to talk to, if you don't have a therapist, close friend, family.
Someone you're comfortable with.
Right.
All right, fourth question. What is a quote that you live by?
I have so many quotes, Sydney. One of my favorite quotes is "Nothing will work unless you do" by Maya Angelou, and it's literally plain and simple. If you don't work, it won't get done.
Absolutely love that.
Love, love, love.
All right, and for your last question before your final statement, in your opinion, how do you feel about how schools handle mental health when it comes to their students?
I feel truly that a lot of universities and schools and junior colleges don't really take mental health seriously. There are some schools out there that do, but I truly believe every student, every athlete, even staff members should take some type of mental health course because mental health is a big problem in today's society.
I absolutely agree with that one. All right, for your last statement, is there anything you would like to tell the viewers watching about mental health and how you deal with it being an athlete at Navarro College? Because the stress levels I know are very high here.
Oh my gosh, it's super, super high. And back to my quote, nothing will work unless you do. So if you start working on that mental health, if you have anxiety or depression, you start working on it, talking to someone or going to see someone with a license and a degree, you're working on it. But if you don't, it just gets worse and worse. So you know what, you guys? Go out there, talk to somebody, make a friend, and just live life and be happy. Spread positivity, you guys.
All right, thank you everybody. This is Quez, and we hope y'all enjoyed the video.
Hi, I'm Fernando. I'm a Navarro cheerleader.
All right, Fernando, the first question. With being a student and athlete, how do you handle your mental health?
Honestly, I just mainly take care of my body and make sure I give myself enough personal time to myself to kind of reflect on everything that's going on in my life and put myself in a good mindset. That's pretty much it.
That's good. All right, question 2. What do you do to maintain a healthy mindset?
Really, I'm honestly by myself a lot. I just the more me time I have, the better I can understand myself and really figure out who I am as a person and have a healthy mindset.
That's good. All right, third question. If you could tell one person struggling with anxiety and depression, what would it be?
So you can't control everything in your life. You just gotta get over it and accept the fact that you can't control things. So I would just say move on.
I totally agree. What is a quote that you live by?
It is what it is. It happened. You can't do anything about it. So just move on and that's it.
All right, last question. In your opinion, how do you feel about how schools handle mental health when it comes to their students?
They can do a lot better. Honestly, a lot of schools don't care about people's mental health, especially athletes and young males. I mean, males have a high rate of suicide when it comes to mental health, so I personally think that schools need to be more on top of that, helping out males, females, and athletes that come from out of state, especially into this, because their mental health is always the best, and they need to be more proactive and involved in their lives.
I strongly agree. All right, for the last statement, is there anything you would like to tell the viewers watching or someone struggling that is watching currently?
Don't give up. I mean, just keep moving forward. Just like Walt Disney said, you got to keep moving forward. You don't know what lies ahead, so just live one day at a time. Don't overthink anything, and it is what it is.
All right, thank you, Fernando.
No problem.
Hi, my name's Ava, and I'm a Navarro College cheerleader.
All right, hi, Ava. I'm just going to ask you a few questions about mental health. All right, first question. With being a student and an athlete, how do you handle mental health?
I ask for help if I need it. I talk to everybody around me that I feel comfortable talking to and keep in contact with all my close friends.
Okay. Second question. What do you do to maintain a healthy mindset?
I try and do positive affirmations, whether that's sticky notes on my mirror or on a dry erase board, either or. They really help.
That's smart. I like that. All right, next question. If you could tell one person struggling with anxiety and depression, what would it be?
If you need help and if you're really struggling, ask for help and you don't get judged.
Good. All right, what is a quote that you live by?
Just in life, like in general,
Mm-hmm.
if you're not first, you're last.
Absolutely. Okay. Last question. In your opinion, how do you feel about how schools handle mental health when it comes to their students?
Not as great as they should. They could do a lot better, honestly, and I mean by making students and kids overall just feel more welcome and comfortable talking to people about their problems. But overall, I think they could do a lot better of a job than they actually are.
All right, for a last statement, is there anything you'd like to say to the viewers watching?
You're important, you're loved, and everybody around you is supporting you and there for you.
All right, thank you so
Hey,
much.
my name is Austin Lero, and I'm a Navarro College cheerleader.
All right, Austin, I'm going to ask you a few questions about mental health. First question. With being a student and athlete, how do you handle mental health?
I keep my athletics and my academics separate.
All right, second question. What do you do to maintain a healthy mindset?
I never focus too much on one thing. I just kind of let it go as it goes.
All right, third question. If you could tell one person struggling with anxiety and depression, what would it be?
You're not alone. Find somebody to talk to.
All right, next question. What is a quote that you live by?
A quote that I live by. I don't know a quote that I live by.
It's okay.
I would say Matt Talk Matters.
That's good. All right, last question. In your opinion, how do you feel about how schools handle mental health when it comes to their students?
I feel like they do a pretty good job, but a lot of people don't come forward. But there are like psychologists and stuff that work for the school for therapy, but a lot of the time, a lot of people don't step forward.
All right, last thing. If you could tell the viewers anything that are watching right now, what would it be?
Go Dogs.
Hi, my name is Kyrie Mitchell, and I'm a Navarro cheerleader.
All right, Kyrie, we're just going to ask you a few questions. First question. With being a student and athlete, how do you handle mental health?
I usually handle them by using focused breathing exercises, taking showers, that seems to help a lot, and reading, as well as listening to music.
That's smart. All right, question number 2. What do you do to maintain a healthy mindset?
Positive affirmations. I wake up in the morning, I tell myself you're going to attack this day. You can do whatever you put your mind to.
Good. All right, question 3. If you could tell one person struggling with anxiety and depression, what would it be?
It's going to be hard. Obviously, you know that, I know that. But it does get better.
Absolutely. Next question. What is a quote that you live by?
Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you are right.
Oh, that's good. All right, last question. In your opinion, how do you feel about schools handling mental health when it comes to their students?
The schools that I have been a part of, they have always had very good precautions in regards to mental health, as well as having on-campus therapists and psychologists, as well as counselors who are able to talk you through everything. But ultimately, I think schools are doing a good job.
Okay. And for last statement, is there anything else you would like to tell to the viewers watching this?
If you or someone you know is struggling with mental health, reach out to a trusted adult, a friend, a parent, anyone who can help you. Do not suffer alone, and it does get better.
All right, thank you, Kyrie.
Hi, I'm Monica Aldama. I'm the head coach of Navarro College Cheer.
Hi, Monica. I'm going to be asking you a few questions about mental health. With being a coach, how do you handle mental health, and how do you incorporate mental health into your athletes? I'll fix them.
Well, mental health is very important. One thing that we have done this year is we started off the season by having each athlete come in and having, just a short 20-minute talk with them just to see if there were any concerns, any issues that they wanted to talk about. Let them know that our door is open at any time for them to come in if they have anything in their personal life or school or anything that might be stressing them out that they just want to talk about or need help with. So we definitely want their mental health to be in as good a shape as possible, because it's going to allow them to be their very best at practice.
All right. Second question. What do you do to maintain a healthy lifestyle and mindset?
I personally have always had a pretty good mental health. I've always been very strong, but there are times that I've gone through, difficult times, and I've needed to keep in mind how important my mental health was. And I think awareness is just such a big part of that. You have to be aware of where your mental state is. And if it's not in a good place, you definitely need to work on it. For me personally, I know when I've gone through some hard times, I do realize that, my mental health might be struggling a little bit. So it might sound funny, but I actually mat talk myself and, put positive self-talk back into myself, because your mind is a very powerful thing, and it believes what other people say to you, but it also believes what you say to yourself. So you need to be kind to yourself and talk positively to yourself. So when you are struggling, you just have to remind yourself who you are, what a great person you are. And then, sometimes the other thing that I do is maybe play some Christian music or something that just uplifts me and keeps my mind in a good space.
That's good. All right. If you could tell one person right now struggling with anxiety and depression, what would it be?
I've never personally struggled myself with depression or anxiety, so I don't have any personal experience on that, but I think the number one thing is just to love yourself. The most important person that you can love is yourself.
That's good. All right. What is a quote that you live by?
I live by a lot of quotes, but I think when you're talking about mental health, do unto others as you would want them to do to you is a really good one, because I definitely try really hard to speak to people the way that I would want to be spoken to, and to treat them the way that I would want them to treat me.
That's my quote too. All right, last question. In your opinion, how do you feel about how schools handle mental health when it comes to their students?
I think in this day and age, everyone has gotten a lot better. I think mental health was kind of swept under the rug many, many years ago, but because of the awareness of how important your mental health is, I think a lot of schools do now have, licensed professional counselors or mental health professionals that they have that anybody can go to. So I think we're definitely a step in the right direction.
All right, last thing. What is a statement that you would like to give to the viewers watching this video?
Just stay positive and win the day.
All right, thank you, Monica.
You're welcome.